guys, come on downstairs. We're doing our little Charlotte Hornets My League. It's NBA 2K21. We're bringing some content to you today. We're playing the Minnesota Timberwolves and then on the road with the Los Angeles Lakers. So we'll start out with Minnesota. They're 1-1. We're 0-2. It's third game of the season. And we are at home at Spectrum Center. Second home game in a row in Charlotte. As we get ready to take on Karl Anthony Towns, who's averaging 26.5 points per game and 4.4 assists on the season. I don't know why they show assists. They should show rebounds. The Timberwolves, D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jarrett Culver, Jared Vanderbilt, Cat. We're going to go with LaMelo Ball in the starting lineup for the first time this season. Today, as we're just going to simcast the first three quarters and hope that we're in the ball game going to the fourth. It looks like we're down by 7 now, down by over 10, and it looks like we're going to head into the fourth with a 15-point deficit. So it's going to take a lot of work if we're going to pull out our first win of the season. So we get the fourth quarter underway. Ricky Rubio brings it up for the T-Wolves in his second stint with Minnesota. I absolutely love Ricky Rubio. He's a really hard player to cheer against. Dude is he played for the Jazz, my favorite team, for a couple of years. And man, he's just one of the realest dudes in the NBA. No question about it. Super down to earth, and just seems like fame and fortune hasn't really changed him. He doesn't seem like it. He just seems super humble, and I can't even tell you how much I love the guy. He just was a great player for the Jazz, and in the community, he was like 10 times better than he was as a player. He was always, visiting. One of my friends' moms had cancer, and he would, visited her, and she was in the hospital and stuff. I know players do that all the time and stuff like that, but you could tell that it meant something to Ricky. He lost his mom to cancer as well, so it was a personal thing for Ricky Rubio. He wasn't just there because he had to be. He really cares about it was something that was personal to him. Anyway, speaking of former Jazz players, there is one of them right there, Gordon Hayward. If I was in a room with Bin Laden, Hitler, and Hayward, and I only had 2 bullets, just kidding. I don't hate Hayward that bad. But he did a number on the Jazz. I'll tell you what, that 4th of July that he bailed on the Jazz and left them high and dry, he kind of did the same thing to the Celtics this year. He's all about Gordon Hayward, and I'm not going to trash on him because he's on my team. And I know you're all thinking, oh, he's going to trade Hayward away as soon as he can. No, I'm trying to win. And Hayward has a huge contract. I don't know why anybody would want to take on that contract. I know he's playing well right now in real life, and I'm happy for him. That's good. He's not a terrible guy. I think he kind of doesn't get it. Some things. He's just a little bit socially awkward. I don't know. So we end up losing that first game to Minnesota. We were never really in it in the fourth quarter. We end up losing 132 to 115. As I spend the entire Timberwolves game loving Ricky Rubio and trashing on our own guy, Gordon Hayward. All right, things don't get any easier for us, guys. We head out on the road. It's a four-game California road trip, starting with the defending champs, the LA Lakers, at Staples Center. Then we stay right in LA and play the Clippers. And then we play the Kings, and then we finish off that road trip with Golden State. So we've got to deal with LeBron and AD. LeBron's averaging nearly a triple-double of 28, 11, and 7.3. And AD was averaging over 25. I didn't see that number good enough to remember it. So Schroeder, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope on the guard line. We're going to simcast here first 3 quarters and just hope and pray and cross our fingers that we have a game in the fourth quarter. And it looks like we're going. Holy crap, guys, we're up by 14. So not only do we have a game, we have a lead to try to defend here. All right, so Devontae Graham he's going to get it over to Cody Martin. Cody Zeller sets the screen. Cody around the screen from Cody. Cody takes the shot. He misses. Tipped up and in by Cody. A lot of Codys there. 98-82. We're up by 16 now. We've only played a minute the fourth quarter, though, and LeBron is not on the floor right now, I don't believe. No, he's not. Here is Monk working on Schroeder. Shot clock winding down, and Monk's just going to take a step to the left and nail the shot. When that's going down for Malik Monk, contested shot, things are going well for us. Here is Malik Monk again. This is really his first playing time this season. I don't think he played in any of the other games. And that shot by P.J. Washington from the elbow is missed. Here's Alex Caruso, everybody's favorite guy, and I don't know why. Just because he's goofy and white? I don't know. I don't think he's that great. And I know it's kind of a joke, but I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get what the Caruso deal is. Anyway, here comes Caruso again. Right side, Schroeder, he's going to be careful with the layup, make sure he makes it after a couple of misses back and forth. We lead by 12 here with less than 8 minutes left. LeBron's back on the floor, and he's going to be guarded there by LaMelo. That's a great matchup. And LaMelo with the rebound. So we get the stop there. LaMelo down to Rozier. Jackknife it up, no. Rebounded by Hayward. And he puts it up and in. G-Money. Off the window. And the Hornets have a 12-point lead here. Are we going to get our first win against the Lakers of all teams? Gasol over on the left side to Schroeder. Oh, wrap him up, bear hug. There was no way that Bridges was stopping AD down that deep. He should have just bear hugged him. Hack-a-shack. Just whatever you got to do it. All right. Rebound by Gasol. He's going to push it up ahead. And just like that, no! That was a missed jumper by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. My bad. I thought we were going to have our lead cut to single digits. Here's LaMelo. Hands to Bridges. Bridges being guarded by AD. Don't love that matchup. Give it to Hayward with LeBron. And Hayward blows by him to the left. Falls away from the baseline and it rattles in. Gordon Hayward, we were talking about him in that last game against Minnesota. He's a little bit socially awkward. He left the Jazz high and dry. If he was going to leave for Boston, the Jazz were hoping they could get a sign and trade or some type of compensation for the guy, but he just, in like the 11th, 13th hour, let the Jazz. And the thing with that is that he knew all along he was going to Boston, right? You can't tell me he hadn't already had conversations with Brad Stevens, his college coach. Like, he knew where he was going. He just led the... Oh my good laws! Montrezl Harrell. Sheesh. That was nasty. 110 to 104. We better pay attention to this game here. Lakers have the lead down to 6. Here's PJ on AD. I don't love this matchup. Hayward comes off a screen, and he's going to rattle in a 3. Big shot for Gordon. Gordo hits the shot, and we hold on and win. Guys, we just beat the Lakers for our first win of the season. 118 to 108. Held them to 47% shooting. That is our season best opponent's field goal percentage. They had 46 points in the paint to 36. Obviously, some of that was simulated, which drives me crazy. So the stats just drive me nuts with simulations. But hey, it's a necessary evil. We're doing what we have to do. All right, so we split 2 games here in this episode between Minnesota and the Lakers. Up next, we have the Clippers, and we go on the road in Sacramento against the Kings. It's Charlotte Hornets basketball here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.